Eamonn Holmes and Isabel Webster usually presents the GB News Breakfast Show from Monday to Wednesday each week, but this week started off a bit different. GB News experienced a significant presenter shake-up when one of its beloved stars was missing from the famous TV studios. Fans of the 24-hour news channel woke up to quite the surprise on Monday, December 2nd, when Isabel Webster hosted the show alongside a familiar face. The 41-year-old broadcaster usually presents the morning show alongside Eamonn Holmes from Monday-Wednesday. Stephen Dixon and his co-star Ann Diamond take over the show from Thursday to Saturday, with Sunday morning's show presented by a selection of broadcasters. But for the first installment this week, the blonde bombshell was accompanied by weekend presenter Ben Leo. It didn't take long before fans flooded to X, formerly known as Twitter, to share their surprise at the former This Morning star's noticeable absence. One user owned #GB News on This Morning, and it was Ben Lee standing in for Eamonn. I turn over to Sky immediately. I haven't watched The Late Show since Patrick Christie's been on his honeymoon because he's been in the hot seat. Another added, "What a treat seeing Ben on duty this morning," as a third chuckled, "Isabel is looking frosty this morning. Keep it up, Ben. You say it as it is and she doesn't like it," 2 cry laughing emojis. GB News confirmed to us that the dad of 4 is taking some annual leave before the festive holiday at the end of the month. It comes after Nigel Farage addressed the issue of his potential return to frontline politics on GB News. Host Dan Wooten questioned the possibility of a revolution on the right of British politics and asked whether the former UKIP leader was the man for the job. Nigel previously led both UKIP and the Brexit Party, although he has never been elected as an MP. In 2021, the politician then decided to retire from politics and later joined GB News in June 2021. Mr. Farage told viewers, "I led 2 very major, and I would argue, albeit it took a long time, very successful insurgencies. The first was UKIP, the second was the Brexit Party. I got rid of David Cameron, I got rid of Theresa May. I'm quite proud of that, really. However, that was around a single fundamental issue, and also I had proportional representational European elections, which I could win, and by doing that change the agenda. But you're also looking, Dan, at the man who got 4 million votes and 1 seat in the 2015 general election. What is clear to me, if we're going to replace this Conservative Party, if we're going to build a new centre-to-right movement that believes in the individual as opposed to the big corporate, that believes in national security as opposed to just-in-time supply chains and all of those things, what is clear to me is that I absolutely can't not do that on my own. It would need several major figures to recognize the Conservative Party is dead." He suggested one of those figures could be Suella Braverman, who was today replaced as Home Secretary by Grant Shapps. The former politician also referenced the rise of the Social Democratic Party in the 1980s as an alternative to Labour, which has the backing of 4 former cabinet ministers. The centre-left party, which supported electoral reform and integration with Europe, ceased operations in 1988. Mr. Farage continued, "We need to replace the Conservative Party. We need something that is sincere, that is genuine, that is not as they all are now centre-ground Social Democrats. I can't do that on my own, but if there are other major figures that want this to happen, if there are major media organizations that want this to happen, then it can. But I can't do it on my own."